Everybody and their mama wants to stream now. People, what up? What's good with y'all, man? We got an old Meezy video that we gonna be checking out today, man. Streaming is the I mean, it's the new wave. It's the new fad, apparently. You know, everybody, you know, from rappers, right, celebrities, everybody's going on stream. Everybody's trying to, you know, take advantage of platforms like Twitch, Kick, you know, YouTube Live, and that type of thing. If I had to guess why, I mean, obviously, you know, they see how much money there is, you know, in live streaming, and everybody's trying to tap in, bro. Like, you pull up a TwoCentz stream, you know, you see him getting thousands of subs a day, 10,000s of views, you know, going, you know, all over the world, him and Speed, you know, and a lot of people think that they can just start and instantly reach that level of success, you know, and that's not how it works. But I mean, also a big thing that I feel like is also overlooked, that I spoke on briefly in like an earlier video, is that, like, when you're a streamer, when you're a content creator, man, you know, you have agency, you have control over your schedule, over your career, bro. And I mean, you know, it's a lot more appealing to be in charge of yourself rather than have to go to work and take orders from somebody. So, you know, people trying to do that, people trying to get a quick bag, it's all sorts of things. But, you know, that's just my 2 cents on it before we get started with the video. Let's hear what that boy old Meezy talk about.
I'm having so much fun this summer. It's gonna be the greatest off season of all time. Yeah, I'm having my own podcast without doing nothing. People are out here asking me questions.
This is what streamers do, right?
Should I start streaming?
Oh God, no! Please
And you know what's funny, bro? Giannis, as far as when this video is dropping, Giannis literally was on stream with Speed like yesterday. So his wife ain't going for that. He clearly didn't listen.
no.
I saw Speed. TwoCentz, man, help a brother out.
Probably
man.
gonna be on
What's that?
cause too.
Why not?
Because we have 4 kids and a lot of other responsibilities.
I've seen them how they do it. They're actually really good at it.
I'm sure.
Engaging, they're very good.
I'm very sure. I'm just saying
Yeah.
it's not right for you.
Why is that right for me?
Because it's just too
Do you know how much money they make?
I
Oh my
think you're okay.
gosh.
No, they make a lot of money, baby. Baby,
Please just no.
baby.
Now you're sitting on the timeline scrolling.
Oh, you know, I mean, I'm not gonna speak on the marriage or nothing, but and obviously he was trolling, but I don't like how she like, no, that's not right for you, man. I'm not. That kind of rubbed me the wrong way, but I ain't got nothing to do with them too. Let's hear what old Meezy talk about. Y'all done pause. We 3 minutes in, 41 seconds in. Let me be quiet for a little bit.
Scrolling. You see another Love Island clip. You see the Kevin Durant trade. But also, you notice that everybody is streaming. Everybody wants to stream. What is
Right.
up with streaming? The streaming landscape has changed from its early inceptions of Justin TV. No longer are people sitting on their computers playing World of Warcraft or whatever other silly game. No longer are the faceless creators reacting to their favorite YouTubers' videos. No, streaming.
Well, no longer is that like the most popular thing. Like, you can still definitely do that. Like, you can still have your gaming channel. You can still have your you know, your faceless commentary channel. Like, there's plenty. You know, that's just, and you can succeed. You can make a living, or you know, you can garner an audience, and you can have a fun time, enjoy yourself, do what you like. It's just that's not the wave right now. That's not the fad. And if you want to do those things, I feel like that it's actually better for you that it's not that popular right now, because it means that, you know, those type of categories, as far as like content creation, aren't, you know, it's not oversaturated, right? So there's probably a niche you could fill in. There's a lane that you could take if that's what you want to do. So
has become the mainstay and the main way that people are conveying their content onto these mainstream platforms. And to be honest with you, streaming has opened up some different heights that I would argue no other form of content has ever opened up to. I mean, literally just this past weekend, TwoCentz is with LeBron James locking in streams at the AMP house.
And on particular day, would you ever come on an official stream?
For sure. It's time. We gotta tap in.
It's time?
Yeah, it's time. We
So
gotta tap in.
I could beat your ass in Madden.
No, you ain't gonna do that.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, but we gonna get down.
We gonna get down. All right, say less.
And he's impressing rising NBA star Victor Wembanyama on stream as well. I mean, you would think that Victor Wembanyama, who was in the presence of Tom Brady and LeBron James while doing the podcast, would be smiling about that, but no. Because he was on Kai Cenat's stream, he was cheesing from ear to ear.
And it's the guy with the front row seat.
Yeah, you on stream, bro.
You gotta check that out. When all of these people come out.
Or being DDG, who is getting literal rock star treatment, or iShowSpeed getting the rock treatment. It seems like streaming has opened up doors and avenues that weren't normally possible when you uploaded your 8-minute YouTube video or you made your little short form TikTok dance. Streaming is doing something that it's never done before. It's even making other famous people in different industries like the music entertainment industry think about switching their careers. And maybe that's because there's something to it that, like, you know, you don't have all the restrictions that you once did with a label, or you have the ability to drop whatever you want to, say whatever you want to, not have this gangster act, you know, not be stuck on this strict regimen. And
and it's also like, right, like you don't gotta sign a deal, you know. In I think people are more, at least what I like. I guess that what I'm trying to say, like the idea of like a celebrity is kind of changing. You know, it's not some. I mean, nobody's a god on earth, but it's not like a god on earth as in how it was back in the day. Like, you know, Michael Jackson was this mythical creature that you only saw when he performed live. You know what I'm saying? Right, there before there was like Instagram and all sorts of social media. Right, like now people I guess pedestalize or you know, look up to like the people who have large followings are you know, sure still actors and athletes and stuff like that, but it's also now people that are more accessible in the sense that you could go on their IG and peer into like their daily life, and you can actually chat with them on stream, whether that be Twitch, Kick, YouTube, whatever, you know, and respond, and you know, kind of have like a, you know, not a relationship, but you like, it's a different level of connection. It's like a, you know, a live, you see them live, you interact live, it's authentic, you know, it's not like a persona, a performance. So, you know, even with the idea of I guess what it means to be a celebrity changing towards that, is going to make sense that celebrities want to start you know, streaming, right? So
ultimately can have fun talking to your community, being your real personal selves, and still making a hell of a lot of money.
Oh yeah. And I mean, at the end of the day, y'all, and I know I'm posing a lot, I just got a lot to say, man. It's definitely about the money, probably more than anything else. So, but I mean, a lot of people are underestimating how much work it does take. So there's that.
I'm gonna stop doing music. I'm gonna start streaming.
For real? No, don't do that. Then they're gonna blame me.
We can swap lives all of
No,
us.
no, no, no.
We'll start making music, you stream.
Don't do that. They're gonna. Wait, when's that album drop, bro?
I think I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna start streaming.
No, don't do that. They're gonna get mad at me.
Wait,
please.
hold on, yeah.
No, they're gonna kill
This
us.
looks bad.
No, please.
I'm telling you.
When you drop it down.
Doing rap just like, I want to just start streaming. I want, cause y'all live like a cool life. Y'all go everywhere every day.
But
y'all
you
got cats walking around this bitch. Y'all got all types of crazy
But you
stuff.
live a crazy life.
Oh, I know.
And you got some fucking bangers.
Well, shit, bro. It's a good thing that you did, because that shit ended up, you know what I mean, panning out, to say the least.
Hell no, there's more money in this shit, bro. I should be doing what y'all doing.
See?
Think? Nah. No, I don't know. I don't know. There are
Trying to get like y'all,
rare
man.
cases.
Now, Devin Booker could be trolling because even though he's stuck in the abyss that is the Phoenix Suns organization, he did just sign a 2-year, $150 million extension, and that is an insane amount of money. But I believe that he believes that he has to put in much more work, much harder work than the average streamer does. And if you look at the lifestyles that some of these content creators and some of these streamers are now living, it may seem like it equals up to the lifestyle of an NBA player with just a little bit less overhead. I mean, Aiden Ross just literally bought a $25 million estate. We've seen Kai Cenat's watch collection. We've seen all these streamers' cars, and they are starting to literally live like these rappers, these ball players, all these people without having all the restrictions.
But at the same time, though, like, I mean, there's definitely a good number of streamers like living pretty nice lives, but that's the top 0.0001, probably even more %, of streamers, man. Everybody will not achieve that level of fame and fortune, you know. And that's always something to I feel like I'm repeating myself kind of, but yeah, man, not everybody gonna get there. So, but everybody thinks they can. Everybody probably, there's a chance that you can, but it's not likely, right?
And now they're even starting to get to the point where the IG groupies and the IG baddies who used to just be reserved for rappers and, you know, basketball players, football players, or whatever the case may be, are now starting to migrate over into the streaming world and participate with them. Now, I will say for a lot of these people, this is a kind of a misguided step. There's been a lot of backlash for some of these rappers or entertainers hopping into the streaming lane as of late because, honestly, they're just not good at it.
That's a good angle. Ain't nobody on there, Brandon. He says 0 views. No, he got 27 followers. Oh, we talking to ourselves. No, I know where you at. Outside, at getting drunk.
Sitting around looking at a phone, saying, "Chat, what we doing? Chat, what we doing?" is probably the worst way to streaming. Like that's streaming 001, 101, whatever you want to say. But everybody doing it for a bag chase, honestly, is going to end up falling flat. Now, this isn't a new concept in this world. We've seen people from different various niches see that other content creators are having fun in different niches, or other celebrities are having fun in different niches, and they decide to dip their toe in.
Right.
They also see people having success, but most times that they don't see is that a lot of people aren't having success.
Okay, he's speaking
on
on
the
it.
podcasting era from about a year or two ago, when everybody in their mama had a podcast. Think about how many of those podcasts are still here to this day. Think about how many of those podcasts are actually successful. It's funny because the same podcasts that were successful back then and were at the peak back then are still successful to this day. That means that those that decided to enter the game late because they saw it was some sort of fun, or they thought they had a thought-provoking conversation, realized quick, fast, in a hurry that either they're not entertaining, not thought-provoking, and there wasn't a lot of money in it. Now, I will say that that is a little bit different, though, in the...
Or they just weren't passionate about it, and, you know, they were just doing it for the reason that he just brought up of just trying to make a quick bag. Like, even if you don't succeed, you can continue to create content. You can continue your podcast. It's just, you know, if you don't really love what you're doing, you're not gonna do it, right?
General content creation space, because there is a lot of money in it. Forbes put out their top 50 creators of 2025, ranking them by earnings, and you would be surprised at how many of the content creators that we know and love from the streaming and YouTube generation era, whatever the case may be, actually made that list. But I will say that the bag shouldn't be the only reason why you rush into this content creation game. That's why a lot of these people fizzle out or end up doing some of the stupidest shit on the internet to be broadcasted in front of thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people on a daily basis. And I think it's cool all in all, but at some point you have to realize that you are still a human and you are yourself. And that's why you see content creators like Dabo get into these humiliation rituals where his girlfriend literally humiliates him for content. And then even on the flip side, where his girlfriend gets emotional on camera because she only got into this content creation game in order to escape poverty.
Like my dad never guided me. He never guided me. He never knew what was going on in my life. He never knew nothing about us. Like, he was just there. He was just inconsistent and just there. That's why I feel like I really have a lot to learn, because my dad wasn't there to teach me it. But I do have the best mom in the world. Literally, you know what's so crazy? My parents have never, ever, ever lived in a brick house, y'all. I grew up in a trailer. I was the person to do this for my family. I was the person that is gonna give my family the dream that they came to America for. I'm that person. That's why I work so hard and I do what I do. And I don't care. I'll do anything for money. I'll do anything for money, because nobody's gonna pay your bills. Nobody's gonna...
You ain't right. You slow down a little. I mean, shout outs to her for, you know what I mean? But slow down a little bit. Anything? I'm not trying to make light of what she talk about, because she you know what I'm saying? But hey, man,
come ask you, none of your friends are gonna come ask you, oh, how you been, like, are you doing good? Like, nobody's gonna check up on you and see if you're doing good. Like, you need to do shit for yourself. Fuck what anybody gotta say.
Her friends must be B. Simone.
Fuck what anybody gotta say. You gotta do this shit for yourself. You got one fucking life.
I guess that's the reason why she was twerking in the Ice Spice video underage, or, you know, admits to using Dabo in this humiliation content, which there's a whole bunch of colorism conversations that go into that conversation, but ultimately she is willing to humiliate a man and potentially look promiscuous or whatever the case may be, not caring about her digital footprint, all for the sake of this streaming and internet money. Now, I'm not necessarily worried about a lot of these people because honestly, most of them will fail. Just like I talked about with the podcast generation or the TikTok generation, or hell, even the YouTube generation. Most people aren't entertaining enough to continuously maintain in one space. That's why they keep revolving into the next one and the next one to cling on to whatever they have. Young Miami is literally hopping on stream and is arguably one of the most boring streamers we have ever seen in modern times. But I think that that's a reflection of her music career as well. After the whole breakup with JT and the City Girl shtick being done, she's pretty much done musically, and now she's just trying to get into the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. Another reason why a lot of them won't continuously be successful, they'll ultimately fail, is because they think that streaming has to be tied to a man, and I'm specifically talking about the women in this conversation. They end up going down this path of continuously be putting in these situations to be sexualized for a male audience that doesn't necessarily want them, until they end up crying on camera like Cooking with Kaya the other week, because now she's receiving so much hate and backlash from people who are calling her out for what she's doing. Treating streaming like OnlyFans is not the way to go. You have to actually build an audience as opposed to shaking ass with your hand out, like JT said. And ultimately, the skills.
Well, I mean, and I'm not a woman, so I definitely can't speak on the female content creator experience. But I will say this, like, you know, there's like, you know, there's fads, there's metas within streaming, like, you know what I'm saying? I guess the going live, going on dates live, you know what I'm saying? Like DDG does, or Jay Cinco, or like having a whole bunch of OnlyFans girls. That's the meta right now. But, you know, a couple of months ago, or like at some point it was the hot tub stuff. At some point it was like the IRL pranks, the predator catches. So I mean, you can chase the meta and succeed, you know. Also, I think we kind of got to get away from or not me, but I don't think it really matters why you do what you do. You know, like, people love to say, oh, you're just doing it for money, as a way to devalue what you're doing, right? Like, is there really anything wrong with simply doing something for money when we live in a world where you need money to survive? Probably not. You know, so and people look down on people for doing things, you know, strictly for a bag, right? But I feel like it could be worded a little bit different, like, you know, and you can succeed just you know, if you go into something solely for money, you can succeed. It's just a lot less likely. You know what I mean? Like, there you know, there gotta be, you gotta have or develop a love for whatever it is, streaming or not, you know, if you want to continue. But I just don't like the you know, I can't really like put it into, I gotta articulate it better. But yeah, man, let's just finish this video out. It's 2 minutes left.
Transfer. Yeah, we like to see Giannis play basketball. Yeah, we like to see, I don't know, all these other hoopers shoot jump shots, or football players catch balls or whatever. That does not then translate into being a good streamer. You have an audience based off of your athletic gifts, or maybe your rapping ability, but the ability to maintain an audience's attention span for your 3-hour streams 4 times a week, a lot of people don't have that. And then ultimately you're inconsistent as hell too, because I've seen a lot of players do these things in the off season and then spend the whole regular season not streaming, not creating content. There's no clips about you, none of that stuff, and somebody will come in and take that attention span. I'm glad that streaming has gone to total new heights and stuff like that. You know, I'm seeing Aiden Ross with Donald Trump or Sneeko with Mayor Adams on stream. And while these might be places that we don't think that streaming should be just yet, especially because those two guys don't know how to handle those conversations, it seems as if not only are streamers recognizing their power, but the powers that be are recognizing the powers of streaming. And they both might be grifting off each other, but this seems to be a legitimate place, space, and category for content creation that is bigger than just the desk. It's no longer just the video game. It's no longer just the faceless camera. It's a place and space that can build you up to where you are living out your dreams of being on the BET red carpet like Kai, Tylil, and Zoe. It's a medium of content that once wasn't explored or thought so highly of, but is now the new mainstay. It is the new mainstream way of getting across content. And I applaud those who do go into it, but I do want to give a warning message to those that are thinking about doing it. Just like anything else, everybody is not a streamer. It takes a lot out of you. And honestly, you don't want to lose yourself into the streaming content world, because I see a lot of people lose themselves on a day-to-day basis behind their streaming shit, and it is not pretty. With that being said, follow me on Twitch.
Shout outs to Old Meezy, man. It's a great video. I mean, I didn't agree with everything he said, but I mean, y'all heard what I had to say. Y'all heard what he got to say. Hope y'all enjoyed, man. Check out the original video. As always, your boy TwoCentz, TCZ. Say it slow. We out.